All right, everybody, it is 10 o'clock on November 9th, Saturday. Welcome to Hescalade 85 YouTube channel for Saturday Night Spread'em. Sorry about the shake there. Bumped the table. We are up 400 big ones on the season. That's right. Keep following me. 69, 51, and 4 on the year. 8 and 4 on the Hescalade Get Paid Pick of the Week. We've been doubling them up, I think, 3 of the last 4 weeks. I think we're going to start doing that more often. Last week we were 8 and 6, but we hit both. Here, who was it? Cowboys. We had the Falcons cover 3 against the Cowboys, easy money, and then the Commanders covered Commanders covered 3.5 on the Giants. So double bang there. But we were 8 and 6. And our two wins over the 500 mark were the Hescalade Get Paid picks. So anyway. Up 400. Let's see what we can do. I'd like to get to 1,000. If we can be up $1,000 on the season at the end of the year, that'd be awesome. But we're good right now. So anyway, takes money to make money. All right, here we go. 9:30 game in Germany. We got the 2-7 Giants at the 2-7 Panthers. Panthers are the dogs in this game, plus 6.5. 40.5 is the over/under. I'm taking the Panthers. Originally when I looked at this, I thought they're home dogs. They're at home 6.5, but then I realized it was in Germany at 9:30 in the morning here. So I don't know if I'm as confident as I was, but 6.5. Both teams are bad. I think Bryce Young's playing. He's definitely playing better than he was before he got benched. So we'll see. Giants are the Giants. They kind of stink. I can see him winning. It's gonna be a close, shitty game. Next up, we got the 2-7 Patriots heading to the 4-4 Chicago Bears. The Bears are favored by 6.5. 35.5 is the over/under. I think the Pats look a lot better with Drake May playing. He had that one play where got compared to Josh Allen with his 11.5 second scramble or some stuff. I'm not saying he's that good, and I don't think anybody else was either, but the Bears aren't as good as everybody thought they were going to be. All of a sudden, they got Caleb Williams, and they're oh, playoff team. It's not Justin Fields, blah, blah, blah. They still kind of stink, too. So give me the Pats on the road plus 6.5. We'll take the Pats, cover the 6.5 on the road. Next up, we got the 7-2 Bills with no receivers, apparently, heading to the 4-5 Colts. Colts home dogs plus 3.5. 46.5 is the over/under. Flacco is the man again under center. I'm going to take the Bills in this one just because I think Josh Allen and the boys are better than the Colts. I think the Colts have so many holes. They have so many holes that Joe Flacco can't save them, and that's bad. And Pittman Jr. is out too, so they got a bunch of short receivers out there. Nothing against short people, but it's the NFL. You'd like to have a big target out there every once in a while. Anyway, I don't care who the Bills receivers are. Josh Allen, Cook, Davis, the rookie's been stepping up a little bit in his touches. So, and they still got both those tight ends. Dalton Kincaid. And I'm blanking on the other guy right now who doesn't get many throws anymore, but he did. Dawson Knox. He can still play a little bit. So I think the Bills will be fine against the Colts. I don't care if they're on the road. 5-4 Broncos at the 8-0 Chiefs. Chiefs and the refs are favored by 7.5. 41.5 is the over/under. Chiefs escaped one last week against Baker Mayfield. That being said, they didn't cover the spread. I think the spread in that one was 6.5, and they won by 6. And they scored a touchdown in overtime. I'm going out on a limb that the rest of the year, if it's over 7, I'm not taking the Chiefs. They're probably going to win this game, but they're not going to win by more than 7.5. So we're taking the Broncos and that defense. Bo Nix can do a few things. Again, the Chiefs will win, the refs will win, the Broncos will lose, but it'll be within 7.5. All right, 6-3 Falcons head down to Nolens to play the 2-7 Saints. Saints are home dogs plus 3.5. 46.5 is the over under. I'm taking the Falcons because I've been on them this year. The Falcons have slowly crept into one of my teams, and the Saints are awful, like just bad. They were like historically good or whatever everybody's saying for the first 2 weeks. Look out for their offense. And I think they've lost 7 in a row. I literally think they've lost 7 in a row since the first 2 weeks. I'd have to check, but either way, they're 2-7 trash. Give me the Falcons. Hescalade get paid pick of the week. We're putting 50 big on that one. We're going big on the Falcons. Put your chips in there. 4-4 Niners headed to the 4-5 Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay plus 6.5 home dogs. 46.5 is the over under. 50.5. I was looking at the wrong line there. 50.5 is the over under. This is tricky because I thought for sure they were going to get smacked by the Chiefs last week on the road, I think it was. And Baker showed up and almost won the game. Now he's got like a toe thing going on. He still has no receivers. Even his backup's backup is hurt. Like, so he has nobody. Like, he's throwing to Sterling Shepard like it's Oklahoma days. And Sterling Shepard is trash too. So, not that Baker Mayfield's trash. But McCaffrey's supposed to be back. Niners working Pearsall a little bit. Another weapon, kind of. Ayuk's out for the year, of course. Kittle's the man. So we're taking the Niners. 6.5. Kind of big, but we're going Niners. Next up, we got the 6-2 Steelers playing the 7-2 Commanders. Commanders favored by 2.5. 44.5 is the over-under. The Commanders' schedule has been soft. Jane Daniels is very good, very good. But he won on a Hail Mary against the Bears. And I just think, I don't want to say they're going to start to figure him out, but this is the NFL. There'll be adjustments made to help stop him. And the Steelers' defense is awesome. Like, the Steelers have one of the best defenses in the league every year. It's horrible. I hate it. But it's just facts. And they're running the ball well. They got Warren back, so now they have 2 running backs. Pickens is out there. They picked up Mike Williams, which is irrelevant to everyone, but it's another guy who can catch the ball here and there for when they throw it downfield and get their PI. So give me the Steelers plus 2.5 on the road there. I just think that makes sense. Like, I think this is the first, I don't want to say real game the Commanders have played, but they didn't play well against, they have losses against the better teams they played. So I'm just saying this is a better team. We're getting points. Let's take them. 6-2 Vikings head to the 2-7 Jags. Jags are home dogs, obviously, plus 6.5. 43.5 is the over-under. I think Brian Thomas is questionable. Brian Thomas Jr. I think it's Brian Thomas Jr. Either way, the wide receiver from LSU. I don't remember his name. I'm tired. Kirk is out for the year. The guy they were going to trade anyway, apparently. Bigsby's got an ankle. ETN's got a hamstring. All these things point to the Vikings winning. But 6.5, give me the home team. We're going to take the Jags. They got a good pass rush. I think it'll be close. Like, it'll be one of those games where 24, hell, I'd go 27-21, where you're like, oh, shit, the Jags might win this. No, they're not going to. But they're going to be in it. Like, it might even be close at halftime. Or maybe Vikings are up 10, Jags get a touchdown, a punt return, or that Washington kid who's playing the slot, maybe he gets one. Trevor Lawrence makes a play, whatever. Long story short, they're going to be close enough to make you think they're going to win. They're going to lose, but they're going to cover. Give us the Jags. Old Smokey says yes. All right, so we got the Jags there. Plus, every once in a while I need a home dog. I got to pick a home dog. All right, the next game. The 2-6 Titans head to the 5-3 Chargers. Chargers are favored by 7.5. 38.5 is the over-under. This is the no points bowl. The Titans suck. So we're taking the Chargers. I'm not even going into it any further. The Titans suck. We're going to take the Chargers. 7.5 is a big number. Don't like it. Don't care. This could be 13-3. We win. 4:25. Oh, that was a 4 o'clock game, by the way. Chargers 4 o'clock game. 4:25. The Philadelphia Eagles 6-2. Jalen Hurts on a heater. Head to Dallas to play the 3-5 Cowboys. Cowboys home dogs +7. 43.5 is the over/under. Cowboys are starting Cooper Rush, and all I hear about is how like Cooper Rush was good a couple years ago when he filled in when they had a running game, when they had more weapons. Cowboys don't have anybody but CeeDee Lamb. I think he will. I think CeeDee Lamb has a big game, not a Jamar Chase against the Ravens, which we're not going to talk about the game, but a big game. But, I mean, if he has 12 catches, 13 catches, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns, the Eagles are still going to score 4 or 5 touchdowns. It's over. This game is Eagles all day. Like I said, Jalen Hurts playing money. Saquon Barkley is amazing. We don't even have to talk about the reverse hurdle. Give us the Eagles in the second Hescalade Get Paid Pick of the Week. That's right. I said we're going two a week, I think, if we can, which we can. So we're taking the Eagles for 50 big ones. That's another. Put your money on the Eagles. Cowboys are getting laid out this weekend. 3-6 Jets head to the 5-4 Cardinals. Cardinals home dogs +1.5. 46.5 is the over/under. This to me just says the money went on the Jets. I have no idea why. The Jets are terrible. They are supposedly talented, but they're terrible. Devontae Adams is good. Him and Rodgers can play all day, but their team sucks. They have no offensive line. Their defense just disappeared. Kyler Murray is going to look like a ninja out there. I think the Arizona defense is better than people realize. I don't think they're great, but they're better than people realize, so they're going to hang around. And, again, Cardinals are at home. Home dogs. Gives Cardinals 1.5. Taking a 1.5. Cardinals. Sorry, Aaron Rodgers. You're out of the playoffs by week 10. Yeah, I guess they're not out. We'll say week 11. When they lose next week, they're done. That's awesome. Recover from an ACL, come back to not do anything. Sorry, I'm really thirsty tonight. Sunday night game. Can't wait to watch this game. I think it's going to be an awesome game, but I'm really interested to see what happens here. 7-1 Detroit Lions go to the 6-3 Texans. Texans home dogs +3.5. 48.5 is the over/under. Texans down Nico Collins. Stephon Diggs, I can't remember. I didn't look. I think he might be playing. I think he might be questionable. I don't know. Joe Mixon, Stroud, Tank Dell. That's what they got. And I like the Texans defense. But the Lions offense is ridiculous. Jared Goff hasn't had an incompletion since like week 2 or something. I think it's like something nuts. He is just throwing it all over the field. No turn he has less incompletions than wins or something. Like they've won like 6 games. He's got like 5 incompletions in the last month. I don't know. It's stupid. I can't remember the numbers. It's so dumb. That being said, kiss the Lions because their offense has everybody, and they're getting the Williams kid back who just runs fast and he's good. Like he was just starting to look like an awesome receiver, and then he had a suspension. So Amon-Ra St. Brown has caught 30 straight passes thrown to him, like 30 in a row. That's dumb. Lions. And Laporta was like the best tight end in the league last year statistically, and he's got like 3 balls. They don't even need him. Lions 3.5. We'll take that all day. This one almost went 3 Hescalade picks. But I think it's going to be a good game. I like the Texans defense. I just think they're not going to be able to keep up. Like the Lions are going to put up 31 points. The Monday night flopper here. Last game, 2-6 Dolphins. Head to LA to play the 4-4 Rams. Rams favored by 1.5, 48.5 the over under. I think everybody and their mother is on the Rams right now because they got Nakua back. Kyron Williams looks good. I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Cooper Kupp looks like Cooper Kupp. I don't know. I wasn't forgetting him. That's what it is. Him and Stafford are like weirdly close. But no, they have an awesome connection. The Dolphins are a train wreck this year. Tyreek Hill talking about strike up the band, play him in fantasy. He sucked last week, bro. Sucked. The Dolphins it's done. This is like one of those years where there's expectation, then injury, then failure, and it's just done. Just cut it out. Best case scenario, the Dolphins win 4 more games all year and are 6-11 and should have just tanked. Like, tell Tua to take the rest of the year off for that head, dude. I mean, again, they have a good team. They've got some injuries, and they're just behind the 8 ball. It's over, man. Like, they win this game for what purpose? None. And they're on the road in LA. They ain't going to win this game. Stafford's going to outduel them. They've got too many weapons. Their offensive line, the Rams' offensive line stinks, but somehow he can get it out. He's got a cannon. Their guys win in space. It's over. Rams, 1.5. All right, that's it. Let's go back over it real quick. Panthers Germany game plus 6.5 against the Giants. Pats plus 6.5 going to Chicago. Bills cover 3.5 in Indy. Broncos plus 7.5 in KC. Falcons has to get paid. Pick the week number 1. Cover 3.5 in New Orleans. 49ers go to Tampa Bay. Cover 6.5 with Christian McCaffrey back. Steelers plus 2.5 go to Washington. Get that win. The Jags at 6.5 home dogs in the. You didn't see that coming pick. Cover 6.5 against the Vikings at home there. They don't win, though. Chargers cover 7.5 at home against the shitty Titans. The Eagles in Hescalade get paid. Pick the week number 2. Stomp the Cowboys by more than 7 in Dallas. Have fun watching that one, Jerry. The Cardinals plus 1.5 against the Jets because the Jets are trash. And then the Lions on Sunday night because the Lions might be the team. Cover 3.5 on the road in Houston. And the Rams at home cover 1.5 against the Dolphins. The train wreck. This video went way too long. I apologize. Everybody enjoy the games. Have a great weekend.